Hi, I'm now going to use this video to explain how we can utilize ERPNext to help SMEs to manage one of the most important resources they have, which is the human resource. How to allocate work and how to make sure that such work are allocated fairly, both to the company and also to the workers. To do this, I'll use a simple work rostering system, which is one of the very common pain points for SMEs, whereby they need to assign work regularly to workers and make sure that work is done on time with sufficient number of workers, and also make sure that the workers' welfare is taken care of. In this regard, I mean, the demands of the company, making sure that the amount of hours is allocated to complete a task. So the rostering system will take care of that and make sure that workers are not overworked, there's sufficient rest, there's not too much continuous work to stress out the workers, and make sure there's enough work for all the workers. For this, I'll use a simple system to roster work for a guards in a company. Assignment of guard duty in a company, so that it's easy for you to understand. So imagine a company having like the need for day and night shift. That means at least one guard to be on duty every day, 7 days a week, in the day and in the night. And because workers cannot work for more than 12 hours, there's a workers' welfare requirement. Therefore, we need 2 shifts per day, a day shift and a night shift. And so the company requirement is to have at least 1 day and night shift for 7 days a week. And the workers' welfare, we can say, just for illustrative purposes, to say that we cannot work continuously for more than 12 hours and at least 6 hours between shifts, so that workers can have enough rest. And I will go on to do a demo on this, and because it can be quite complex, I've broken down the video or the demo into a few parts. So for this video, I'm just going to talk about how to do shift assignment. In the next video, we want to have customized reports to see how we can ensure compliance, to make sure that whatever you have assigned, your shifts, meets the company's requirements, and also to make sure that the workers are not overworked. And then the third part, I will demonstrate how the system can be used to run the shifts, as in worker actually check in and check out of shifts, and later on how the worksheet and timesheet can be created, and eventually we can link that timesheet to a payroll module so that we know how to pay the workers. Okay, let's begin with the demo. So I'll jump straight in and share that we have created some trial employees. We just call them as 1 to 6. So 6 employees, whereby we can assign shifts to them, work shifts. So these are our employees that's inside the system, and we created some shifts. Okay, shifts whereby we have. Remember, we talked about day and night shift. Just ignore the midnight shift for now. Okay, say a day shift we'll have running from 8 to 8 a.m. in the morning to 8 p.m. in the evening. And for a night shift is 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. the next day. Okay, so with this, we can then start to assign shifts. Okay, by going to a shift assignment, we can then choose to assign, let's say we have an employee, say S1, right? A shift type, let's say day. Okay, let's say we only want to do for 1st to the 7th of July, just for ease of illustration. Okay, and that's it. We assign the shift. So a day shift to S1, and then we can have a a night shift to employee S2, where you then have a night shift, and the start date and the end date can be the same. Now what the system does in this allocation is assigned two employees to a shift system for duration, for a period of time, the start and end date. And you can actually see this in using a better view, which is easier for us to visualize. We call a calendar view. Now you see, the two employees, S1 and S2, has been assigned, okay, for the entire week. You can show it in a different form, which is by time or by day. And the assignment, it starts from 8 a.m. all the way to 8 p.m. And then the next employee starts the next shift from 8 p.m. to the next day, which is 8 a.m. and so on. So just one glance at this, we know that we have fulfilled the company's demand, which is at least a guard on day shift and a guard on night shift. And of course we can also from here check to make sure that each worker, because they're on only one shift, they do not have too much OT that makes them overworked. So this visualization or this visual chart or calendar view allows the work assignee to determine if all the work has been fairly allocated. Okay, so with this, I've demonstrated how ERPNext can actually assign work to the workers. In the next video, I'll show you how to have more useful reports that can easily pick out problems with the assignment. Okay, thank you for your attention.